Well, howdy everyone. Today I want to talk to you about how to prune pepper plants that are in pots. This pretty much applies to mature pepper plants, and you can do a lot with them. They are perennial, so you don't need to throw them away when they're done fruiting. So this is what it looks like now, but I'm gonna back up and show you the video of me pruning it. I've had this plant, like I said, for about a year, and it was kind of pushed into a corner, so it grew kind of funny. It was stretching towards the light and all that. I just picked a whole bunch of peppers off it. It's probably on its second or third crop. But what I want to tell you is, if you don't know, peppers are perennial, and you don't have to get rid of them after you fruit. You can prune them and get new growth and get new crops. I mean, you can keep them for years. So this one is Bush Bell from Burpee Seeds, and it's done pretty well for me. It's kind of compact. I know a lot of pepper plants might be bigger, but we're going to prune this and get it ready to crop again. And so anyway, like you can see here, this branch is way out there. These here are way out there. So we're going to prune it back and try and get it to more manageable shape. So hang on. Okay, so this is in a 2-gallon Smart Pot. Well, it's just a fabric pot. It's not Smart Pot is more of a brand. I'm going to start here. If you can see this, there is an upright shoot here, so I'm going to prune this off right there. And taking a look at this, this has grown from here all the way over to there, so we are going to look for a spot to cut this off. I think there is good. And then we've got this long one here, and I think we'll take it back to here. So I know this looks pretty radical, but and I may take off some leaves. Some of them you know, if they're turning yellow, they're not really doing much for the plant anyway. So what I want to do with this plant is get it to where it has more of a Y shape. So I have this and this, and I have this one, and hopefully, because I've headed it back, I do have some shoots along the stem. So hopefully it'll get a branch here and a branch back there, and we'll start again. Like I said, you can remove a lot of these older leaves. It's not going to hurt the plant, because what you really want to do is get a bunch of fresh growth going. You want to rejuvenate the plant, and pruning does that. So we'll get rid of a lot of these. If you have plants outside and it hasn't froze yet, you can dig them up and repot them and bring them inside, and you can prune it. You'll have to prune them back really hard, but they will grow again. And you can keep, like I said, you can keep a plant for years. And this one I said, I think I started it in January, so I've had it for about a year, but I've pulled probably 2 or 3 crops off it before this last one. So clean it up a little bit and encourage it to grow more leaves. So there you have it. It's pretty radical, I know. People are probably going, oh no, you killed your plant. No, I didn't. It's gonna do just fine. And so, you know, what we have left is the base of a plant. We're gonna have branches coming out. Now, you know, as far as the rest of it goes, I took off quite a bit of foliage, and that's fine. So if you have a plant that's outside and it has not froze yet, you can bring it in, prune it way back, pot it up. I like to use cocoa core. That's what's in this fabric pot, but you can use a regular plastic pot too. You don't need to water it a lot at first because it'll take a while for it to start growing new roots and grow actively. So yeah, you know, pepper plants, keep them, don't throw them away. Just, you know, even if they get scraggly, do like I did, prune them back and let them grow again, and they'll bear fruit for you again. I even have an old tomato plant in there. It's a bush variety. It's a early girl bush, and it got pruned back to one stem, and now it's starting to flower again. It's a small plant, and it has flowers on it. So even the same thing with tomatoes, you can rejuvenate them because they're also perennial. Now, the information I had was that indeterminate tomatoes will grow forever and you can keep them for years. But the information I saw said a determinate tomato, like that early girl determinate bush tomato, will die after it fruits, and it turns out that's not true. So here you can see here's a tomato plant that I pruned way back. I left one stump and it's flowering again. So yeah, but you get the idea. Recycle your plants instead of, you know, having to buy new seed or new transplants. It's a good idea. I pruned all the big branches off, and I pruned it back to one healthy shoot that was coming out of the main stump, and it started growing again and it's flowering again. Of course, you know, the truth with this is you have to remember everything I have I grow indoors. A lot of this would not work outdoors because you've got to deal with winter, and here it's spring and summer all the time. So anyhow, just some thoughts on your plants. You know, you can renew your tomatoes, you can rejuvenate your peppers, you can also take cuttings from them and start new plants. And that's another thing that you can do. It takes a little bit longer because they have to, you know, establish and grow roots and grow branches, but you can do that if you want to start with a fresh plant. So anyway, here's a video for you, and I hope everything's going well. Fall is here. It's rainy here in the Pacific Northwest, and garden outdoors is definitely done. Even though we had a fairly warm fall, you know, so that's part of the reason why I grow indoors. It's a form of zone denial, if you like. And take good care of yourselves. Happy gardening. Don't forget, keep it green. All right, see y'all later. Bye-bye.